Welcome to StitchyJam Knits. I'm Jay and I am a knitting, crocheter, patchworker, crafty, gardener, homebody, neurospicy and very quirky Aussie girl / English girl who is non-binary but still has trouble with pronouns and things. I feel like I'm a blend. I'm a girl, but I also identify as non-binary. It's very complex. I'm a complex person, and I don't need to go down that rabbit hole because that's not why I'm here. Why am I here? So I haven't done a podcast since March. I have had a pretty tough year with my neurodivergence and having things like freeze mode. I have struggled to have much energy. I've really struggled to knit. I was on a good roll back in March, and I was doing a test knit and I was really into it and I was having a wonderful time, and you know, sort of life happened and things happened, and that project didn't get finished yet. I have until October. I'll talk more about that when I do a regular knitting podcast. But yeah, I've just been a bit out of sorts. I've been using all of my energy, or like the kind that you have to dig deep for just to get up and go to work. I've been living a bit slower life. I've been really just conserving my energy. I've really struggled to even send a text message. I've struggled to pick up the phone and call someone. It's a bit funny and it's a bit complex because I can chat to people all day at work because I have to. That's what I do. I work in hospitality and I love my job. But when you're burnt out anyway, then the burnout that you feel sort of comes tenfold. I'm not sure that I'm even able to explain the feelings and the heaviness, if you like, of where I've been at. But yeah, knitting has been a struggle. I've really struggled to come on here and make videos. I'm hoping that by just making this tiny little video to give you a bit of an update, that it helps kickstart me. I'm also going to do a 10 question tag, which is what I came on here to do this morning. However, after now reading through the questions, it's going to take a little bit of thought and planning. So I will do that over the coming week, and that will give me extra motivation to make another video. So I'm okay. I just feel a bit heavy and you know, I've picked up a sock project that is for a friend of mine, my best friend who lives in England. And I'm doing a few lines of that every day in the last 5 days in the hopes that I can get my knitting mojo back. I have been doing a bit of patchwork, which I tend to move and favor towards when it's winter. I know a lot of people probably knit more in the winter. I tend to like lean more towards patchwork quilts. So when I do an update, I'll talk about that and show you a few things. I have stuck mainly to my no buy year in terms of yarn. And I have bought a few things at Fibre Frolic Festival, which I wanted to talk to you about at the time, but obviously I haven't had the oomph to do any video. And I used my Christmas money for that. So in my brain, I've sort of rationalized that that's not really buying anything. So that's pretty good, I think. But I did buy some jumper qualities and a top quality, and I have totally failed my 2025 January knitting list, and everything on it, yeah, out the window. So I'll add doing a little update of what projects I'm thinking to do and my goals for the rest of the year. I mean, mainly I've got unfinished objects, UFOs. I've got a pile of them in the corner, and I might do a little video on that. But yeah, it's just it's hard to explain my headspace. It's hard to explain what it feels like to even just pick up a knitting project and do 4 lines. Feels like this huge effort. But, you know, slowly but surely I will come out of this, and I am doing what I need to do, and I'm cutting myself off from life and recharging a little bit at a time. Things that are helping me energize are getting out in the garden and spending a lot of time in nature. I haven't done a lot of it because, again, it still feels like this heavy load. Watching YouTube videos, laying in bed, doing nothing, really helping, really helping. You know, sitting in my break at work in the winter sun for about 15 minutes with a cup of tea is helping. You know, these little tiny bits of joy in amongst a period of time that feels quite heavy. But I'm taking care of myself, and I haven't gone anywhere. I'm here. I just haven't been able to video. And I know you guys will understand because we are human and we all go through stuff. And so, yeah, my motivation is coming actually from Homestea Knits, and there's a 10 question list. Now they are more a mix of knitting and crochet, leaning more towards crochet, and I'm a crocheter who took up knitting and hasn't crocheted since. So some of the questions I'm going to tweak and tailor them to knitting or patchwork, or like a combination. But yeah, that's something for you to look forward to, and something to hopefully help kickstart me back to making videos. I won't go on because we're 8 minutes in, and you know, I could go down the rabbit hole. I've got Christmas in July today, up in the Blue Mountains. We do this every year, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it's with people that are very familiar to me, and in a house that's big enough that should I need to excuse myself, I can take myself and hide in a corner somewhere, which is honestly this last chunk of time, like I have no concept of time. I literally feel like being in cave mode. But when you have to get up and go to work because you have to adult, and quite honestly, like, my job does bring me joy, but even when something brings you joy, if you're struggling, it can feel quite hard and heavy. But we get through it. We do what we need to do, and that's okay. Right, I'm waffling. It's nice to see you. I shall see you in a few days or a week. I'm not sure the timeline. I'm not going to put pressure on myself, but it won't be too far away. So stick your notifications on, hit the subscribe button, and I hope that I see you back here. And by me watching other people do their YouTube channels and their vlogmases and their vlogmas in July and their July vlogs, June vlogs, and just their regular podcasts, I'm slowly starting to get my mojo back and getting out in the garden and doing a few lines of knitting here and there, and that's okay. So peace and love, and I shall hopefully see you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. That would be great. Thank you.